Have you been told that you need to get your NMLS in order to jump into a career in real estate or mortgage that you think could be a great fit for you, but you have no idea what NMLS stands for, what NMLS does, and what it has to do with you? That's why in this video, we're going to walk you through all things NMLS. We're going to talk about NMLS license types, NMLS courses, where to find the NMLS, and how to navigate the NMLS. I'm Megan, the owner of a mortgage company based out of Pennsylvania, and my business partner and I founded Mortgage Broker Fast Track, a program and series of courses that was created by mortgage brokers for those of you who want to become loan officers and real estate agents and loan officers looking to make more, grow your business, and live a life where you're in control by adding a mortgage brokerage to your existing business. So if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe if you want to continue to see information about becoming a loan officer, a mortgage broker, or a business owner in the real estate financing industry. So for anybody over 18 who's interested in understanding what it takes to work in the mortgage industry, there is no formal education requirement beyond a high school diploma or GED, and there is no experience requirement to become a licensed loan officer. MLO, mortgage loan officer. The only requirement that exists is if you want to become a licensed loan originator or do originating activities, these are the things that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to take a 20-hour pre-licensing education course. You're going to have to pass the NMLS exam with a 75% or higher. You'll have to provide a credit report, a background check. You need to have graduated high school or have that GED, and after you've been approved for your license and the above steps that we just discussed you must get sponsored by a company that has their NMLS license. Some companies don't take brand new loan officers because it's expensive to train a new person entering the industry, and unlike in real estate or financial advising, you are an employee of the company and you must be paid with taxes and benefits and other expensive costs. So make sure if you're interested in getting your license that you're ready to do the work and sell your services and knowledge. Let's start by learning what NMLS stands for. It's the Nationwide Multi-State Licensing System and Registry, which was created in 2009 from the SAFE Act, and it was made to protect borrowers from unscrupulous lenders who, before it, did some things that weren't so great. The NMLS organization oversees a number of professional licenses specific to the mortgage industry, the individual mortgage loan originators and the mortgage brokerages and lenders that loan officers work for. So where to find the NMLS? You can call them. There's a support line. It's 1-855-665-7123, or go to their website, which I'm putting up here on the screen, and you can get that down in the description for the link. Now, let's talk a little bit about the NMLS license types. If you get to the website, there's a section. So the first one is a mortgage loan officer, MLO, which is an individual who takes applications, offers, and negotiate terms on mortgage loans and assists borrowers in securing financing. In order to become an MLO, an individual has to pass the exam, the NMLS exam, and do 20 hours of pre-licensing. The second one is mortgage broker. So a mortgage broker is an individual or company that arranges financing for home buyers and homeowners. Mortgage brokers typically work with a number of lenders and can help borrowers with some of the best loans and terms that they need. To become a mortgage broker, you have to have an individual who's passed the test in their 20 hours, and then they file for a company license. And then a mortgage banker is the third one. And a mortgage banker is an individual or a company that provides financing, once again, for homeowners and home buyers. Instead, mortgage bankers typically work with a limited number of lenders and can offer borrowers a wider range of products. But in order to be a banker, they actually lend their own money. And they still have to have that same individual license and take the 20 hours of pre-licensing. The fourth one, which is a direct lender, that's an individual or company that provides financing like everyone else we listed for homeowners and home buyers, but it's without the use of the middleman, such as a mortgage broker. Direct lenders typically work with a limited number of borrowers and can offer certain terms that maybe indirect lenders can't, but in order to become a direct lender, Once again, you have to have that NMLS exam in the 20 hours, but you're layering on other risks. When you become that direct lender, you're lending your money, you're starting to have to create a lock desk, and you're having to do other things that you don't have to do in the mortgage broker license type. And then the fifth license type is a correspondent lender. And a correspondent lender is an individual or company that provides that same financing like above. And correspondent lenders typically have relationships with multiple banks like brokers do, and can offer borrowers that wide range of products. And they have to have the individual license, they have to take their 20 hours. And it's kind of the next step after the brokerage to start lending your own money. NMLS course types and providers, because anyone who is looking to get their NMLS license must take a course that is NMLS approved. There are a number of options that you can choose from. The main two course types that NMLS sponsors or backs is the 20-hour pre-licensing course, and then there's the annual continuing education course, which is about 7 hours, and then you have your state section as well. Now, there is an NMLS course provider list, an approved providers list that you can check out in the link that we provide in the description. There is a list right on the NMLS website where they're approved for these companies are approved for continuing education, and they cover topics including mortgage lending, fair lending, ethics. The NMLS also offers courses that are specifically designed for new loan originators. Now, the second type is your state-specific courses. So in addition to the courses offered by NMLS or the companies that follow NMLS, many states offer their own state-specific courses, and these are typically required for LOs who are licensed in that specific state. And state-specific courses usually cover topics such as the state laws and regulations and additional topics that state has deemed important that year. The above two courses can be offered as online courses. So NMLS makes sure that the courses are offered in a variety of ways. And these online courses can be taken at your own pace. They typically include videos, quizzes, and other interactive elements. Many of these online courses can be completed in one sitting. Some of them, like the 20 hours, will take multiple days and sessions to get through it. There's also the in-person courses, which covers the same information because it's regulated with what has to be in the course. But they are offered also in person across the United States. And once again, they work with the content that will be on the exam. Now, a lot of people say they like the in-person. It's more comprehensive than maybe the online. There's also self-study courses. So in addition to online and in-person, there are the self-study courses, and they are available. These options allow you to study at your own pace and on your own schedule. Self-study course options typically can include books, DVDs, online material. So you just need to find what's best for you. Where do you get started on one of these NMLS licenses? So you need to begin the process of getting first your own NMLS number, and then you'll get the license. And you can do this on your own, or you can reach out to a mortgage licensing company. They will help you through the entire process, but you do it by going to the NMLS website that's in the description, and then you're going to create a new NMLS individual account first. When you do that, you're going to be requesting your new NMLS number by going to that website, creating your individual account. And after doing this, you'll need to check your email and attest to some digital forms. Then you need to begin the process of signing up for the 20-hour pre-licensing course that you'll need to take, and then the exam, and then the follow-through items once you pass the exam. I can't stress to you enough how important it is to study and know this material. It has a very low passing rate, the test, and the wait times to take it again. So it's extremely important to your career and business to take this test seriously if you don't want it to take an entire year to get your license. Now, a tip that I have is to schedule the exam as soon as you finish the 20 hours. Leave yourself a window of maybe 2-3 weeks to study a little bit more, but don't wait to take the exam. People will ask if, does this coursework ever expire? Yes, it can. expire if you don't take and pass the exam in a time frame that NMLS deems, and they have these time frames up on the website. There is an expiration policy. So an individual who completes the 20-hour pre-licensing education must retake the 20 hours of pre-licensing in order to be eligible for state licensure if they fail to acquire a valid state license or federal registration as a mortgage loan originator within 3 years. There are also some waiting time periods for passing the exam. So no matter if you're planning on becoming a loan officer assistant, mortgage broker, or if you're just going to be the qualifying individual for a mortgage company, every one of these designations takes the exam and receives the same license. Now, another quick little tip, there is a MLO testing handbook from the NMLS that you can get on the website. It's hard to find. We're going to try to make sure we put that link there in the description for you. The exam that you're going to take is going to have 125 questions. It's going to be comprised of mortgage loan activities, general mortgage knowledge, ethics, uniform state test questions, and then federal mortgage related laws. You must get a 75% or higher score, which isn't easy considering there's a 56% passing rate on the first time people take the test. So there are some vendors who can help you study. One of them is called CompuCram. There's another one that my team really like that we'll put down in the description. And they cover those 5 main areas, give you practice tests, give you ways to study. And I've been told, like, if you do CompuCram, which has practice tests, keep taking the practice tests until you're consistently getting an 85 to 90%, and then take that exam right away. Another thing with NMLS and the classes, we've talked a lot about the 20-hour pre-licensing, but then after you get your license, like most certifications, you just need to keep maintaining and upkeeping and taking that class, and don't wait till the end of the year in December, the last week. Try to get that done before the end of the year when it's crazy. There's a uniform continuing ed policy, and as a condition for license renewal as a mortgage loan officer who has an NMLS number, has passed the test and done all that, it's required that every year you complete at least 8 hours of continuing ed in the same year in which you are placed as an approved license status by a state agency. There are a few exceptions, which one would be an MLO who has completed your pre-licensing education course requirements in the same year in which your license was approved. You're not required that year to do the CE. So there are some deadlines just to be aware of. The SMART renewal deadline. So CE courses report to the NMLS by Friday, December 10th. So that's when you really, that's the last date. The at-risk to miss renewal deadline for CE courses is, I think, December 17th. And guaranteed to miss renewal deadline for CE courses, your continuing ed, is December 31st. And I've seen that happen. If you are a loan officer or you're becoming a loan officer and that happens and you are late on your dates, any loans in your pipeline will not be able to close. They will have to be transferred. So if you liked or learned something from this video and would like to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you'll get notified each week when we release a new video or webinar. And to continue to learn a little bit more about the NMLS, make sure you look for our Part 2 NMLS video that will be coming soon and posted in the description below once it's released on our channel. And to discover how to be successful as a loan officer, entrepreneur in the real estate industry, and gain actionable tips to improve your business growth and success, subscribe to the Collab podcast with the link in the description. And for the links discussed in this video, you'll find them all below. Otherwise, we will see you in the next video where we'll continue to share more mortgage and real estate information and tips to help you in your mortgage and real estate business.